So I may have been bitten by the MapleStory bug again. We'll talk about it. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sorful here, and today, guys, we are playing some GMS Reboot, and I figured I'd just kind of do a couple weekly bosses here for you guys, and also give my thoughts and I guess general opinions on Reboot. But before we get on into all that good stuff, shout outs to my boy Kumo here. If you guys are going to be cubing, scrolling, star forcing, or any type of enhancement or upgrade in MapleStory, be sure to come to his house. He's located in Leaper. I always come to this guy to get all my best luck. And honestly, I'm sure we all have our own superstitions and our spots that we prefer and even channels. Mine is Kumo's house, so if you guys want an extra bit of luck for possibly the upcoming Double Miracle time on December 23rd, then be sure to check him out, see how it goes, let me know what the results are. I'm not liable if it doesn't go well. But with that being said, guys, when it comes to Reboot, honestly, it's really tough playing on Reboot when you're first starting out, and that is even more so if you're not the type to grind. Now, me, throughout my entire Maple career, I haven't been. Let's get some bosses started while we're talking here. Me, throughout the entire my entire career playing MapleStory, I've never necessarily been the type to grind, and for those of you who might remember my old videos and stuff like that, you guys might already know that. And that hasn't necessarily changed, if I'm being completely honest. Although you guys can see I'm playing a Wind Archer. This is a brand new account, by the way. And you know what? I think I'll take off Failing's Charge. I never really use it anyway. Wait a minute. I completely forgot that I leveled up twice recently. Let's go with... There we go. Alright. So, yeah, this is a completely brand new account, and I'm pretty stoked that I've actually surpassed by quite a bit now where my original Wind Archer was on my old account. So that's pretty cool. I think I can burst this guy without having to bind. So you know, drop down. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh, didn't use Holy Symbol. Sick. It's gonna, man, it's a lot tougher than I remember to actually play the game while just doing some commentary over it. But you know what? We'll get the hang of it. I don't want this set up on. I'm gonna take my double IED lines because that is my character's biggest weakness. But yeah, so it's pretty insane to me that I've created this count in, I believe, around July of 2021. And so we're about 5 months into this account's lifespan. Maybe a little bit before July. Who knows? Give or take a month or two. And I've already been able to surpass where my original Wind Archer was, where, I spent like many, many years, crafting that character, so to say. And so, yeah, it's just a little bit mind-boggling that I was able to pass there. But Reboot is really, really tough starting out. There's a lot of things that I don't like, and I figured I'd just share it with you guys. I'm sure you guys who play in Reboot, experience the same type of struggles. Maybe it was so long ago that you don't remember, and in that case, allow me to refresh your memory. But one of the biggest things is starting out. Like, when you first need to get your CRA equipped, for example, that's kind of like the first hurdle. Now, thankfully, there's always people offering, as well as asking through Smegas, carries. And that is something that is just very, very generous of the player base to actually offer that service, because without offering that service, it's damn near impossible for newer players to actually acquire that, first set of equipment that you're pretty much going to be using for an extremely long time, which is funny that that's still the case. But yeah, without that, you're kind of unable to progress even further. Like, CRA is kind of that first step, that first big step that you need in order to continue reaching newer heights and being able to be self-sufficient on Reboot. Because, of course, in order to do that, you need to be able to grind mobs, and in order to do that, you gotta have some kind of power behind your character, especially since you're not starting off with link skills, legion, and all that other stuff. So it's really, really difficult, and What's cool about it though is, again, not only that people are offering those kind services, but also that I think I did a couple of these already. We'll save Lotus for later. I think we'll go ahead and do a catchy. But yeah, so not only people offering those carry services, but as you continue to get a little bit further in Reboot, things just get significantly more and more easier, which is actually what I really like, because you get to experience your progress, and you get to like truly like feel it out. So as you continue to go, as you continue to train, as you continue to level up more mules, each link skill you get added to your main, it's like a huge next step that just allows you to do just that little bit much more. And so that's been a pretty fun thing that's been keeping me going here in Reboot so far. And it's actually been probably the biggest contributing factor to me being able to make the progress that I have been in what, in my opinion, is such a short time. Now, I should bind Phase 1. I don't really think I need to or care to be honest. But yeah, Akechi, like there's certain milestones in this and on Reboot that are just ridiculous. The first one being CRA. If carries aren't available to you, or if you're not on at the right times to get them, it's just going to be an absolute nightmare trying to get past that point. The next things are certain bosses. They're just extremely difficult to ever be able to solo. One of them being like, to get superior Golix equipment is extremely annoying on Reboot. When I joined back, I was very, very upset and sad to see how the coin system had changed, how pretty much everything from the shop cost a shit ton more, and it's just not fun. I probably shouldn't have used that skill, to be honest. Should have bursted for second phase, but anyway. Yeah, superior Golix equips is a huge hurdle that feels so dreadful on Reboot nowadays, and that's something I'm hoping can somehow be tweaked in the future. I understand they made it this way so that it's a little bit tougher to get your hands on the set, and for those trying to reach 17 or 22 stars, you got to kind of work for it, so to say. Oh. But yeah, like it's not as frequent that you see Golix carries, at least in my opinion, as you do CRA. And even when that's the case, it just takes so long to get enough coins to actually have a full set. So Golix is a really huge milestone that can be very discouraging for newer players, because it was hella discouraging for me. So I can only imagine for those that maybe don't have the patience or experience, playing the game for too long. At least we don't have to do the pre-quests anymore. Thank God for that. Definitely a change that, in my opinion, was needed. I'm not a fan of pre-quests by any means, so I'm of course happy with such a change like that. But there's just so many other hurdles. So CRA, Helix, and then we also have other bosses such as Akechi and Chaos Papulatus. These two bosses are pretty they're at a weird spot. Like, you can be at a really weird spot on Reboot, in my opinion, where you're just not able to do too many new things, which can be really, really frustrating. And that spot is kind of like maybe level 210. You just have your CRA. There's not many ring options, viable ring options besides event rings, and those are come and go. It could be a little bit tough to get your gear to continue progressing once you reach that early mid. I guess we'll call it early mid game. But the part that I find the most awesome about Reboot is when you do make it past that little bit of an early hurdle early game, and you start to, I don't know why I just used that right there. Waste of a skill. Absolute waste. I usually like using it on this guy, the Dodo wannabe or whatever his name is, to actually drag him down to the bottom platform. If you guys didn't know you could do that as a Wind Archer or other classes that can drag mobs down, I'll show it to you here today. But yeah, once you make it past that early hurdle, it's definitely much more rewarding. You'll be able to more self-sustain. And to be honest, guys, my favorite way of making Meso on Reboot is weekly bosses. It's super, super easy. Honestly, the most annoying weekly boss for me is literally this fucking fish or whatever the fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? This mother. So right as I used my skill, he just decided it would be... This is where Felix Charge would have been a better option, actually. I shouldn't have taken it off. But, okay. Another cool change they made is that we could just wind walk up. Okay. Yeah, for wind archers, this guy is ridiculous. I absolutely hate fighting him. Let me know how fighting this stupid fish is for your class, because I know Dawn Warriors literally insta this guy. I think Demon Slayers could do a good number on him as well. So I'm going to drag him down here, and then I think I'll get him down here as well to the other platform. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe to the last one. Oh, so he almost fell off to the floor platform. It's just, I think, a little bit easier to hit him when he's down here. You don't have to go all the way up there, because usually this boss has a tendency to teleport you closer to the bottom than the top, at least in my experience. But yeah. But yeah, my favorite way, definitely by far, making Meso in Reboot is by doing these weekly bosses. I think I bring in about just about one bill, give or take 100 mil Meso, just from my main alone. And that is enough Meso for me to comfortably kind of upgrade slowly type thing. But more recently, what I've been doing is actually working on my second main, aka my first bossing mule. And I'm not going to share too much details on that in this video, because maybe we'll do some more content where I incorporate that character and maybe show you guys my progress on that character if it's something that seems interesting to you guys. But yeah, definitely once you're able to start killing some weekly bosses, it's a huge game changer. But yeah, nothing's changed too much in the grand sense of playing MapleStory. This game, it could really be like a full-time job. If you really let it. The good thing for me is currently in my life I'm in a position where I have a decent amount of time to play this while also working on other stuff, so it's not intrusive in that aspect, as in it's taking up my time. I'm able to kind of just play semi-casually, I guess you'd say. I guess in between casual and hardcore. I don't know if there's even a term for that, but anyway, it works out for me pretty well, which is why I've been able to make the progress that I have been in the short time. I'm purposefully keeping my range discreet for you guys, but feel free to take a guess in the comment section right below that like button as to what you guys think. How much stat do you think I have? You guys did see my symbols. I wasn't supposed to show it, but it's just a habit to check my equips. As I'm sure you guys might know, because you guys might do the same thing. Hello? I just realized I'm not able to summon my familiars here. That's weird. But yeah, so Reboot so far has been difficult, rewarding, and pretty awesome that you can get as much Meso as you do in a slightly later phase of the game, just from doing weekly bosses. It doesn't take much time at all. Again, the longest one for me is probably Pinot, because of that freaking bird boss at the beginning, or fish boss at the beginning. And yeah, this is a quick amount of time to get a quick one bill. You got Maple Tour, you have Ursus. I really like that there's a lot of different ways for players to make Meso that don't just involve you mindlessly grinding for hours at a time. And honestly, it's the only reason why I've been able to continue sticking with my character and continue playing the game, to be honest. And so when it comes to my character right now, where he's at, I'm at a bit of a stale point. If you guys knew what my stats were, you guys might understand. It's a little bit of a rough point in the game. Another rough point, although a little bit later in the game. And so yeah, I'm just kind of slowly upgrading, again, working on that second main so I can have another set of income. I hate how it takes this guy like a minute to come down here. It's so stupid. But yeah, I'm just working on my second main to have an extra set of income. I have 2 other boss meals that are already, you know, in the works, and are being slightly funded as well. So I'm trying to make it happen, man. I'm trying to make it happen. And to be honest, I've never been the type to say that I'm gonna try and push for, you know, level 240 or even 250. But to be honest, guys, I was looking at the boss tab, and I feel like I'd be incomplete. Like I just have this empty feeling, so to say, if I don't. I completely forgot it was Pinot right now. Would have buffed up earlier, but we're good. Yeah, I feel like something's missing, because I already do feel that way if I don't experience, you know, End Gloom, possibly Black Mage, Will even, which is why I hit 235 and I'm pushing 240. I want to experience these things, and I want to join more hard boss runs. So like hard Lomian, a hard Lucid, eventually hard Will. I already have cleared hard Lucid the past 2 weeks in a row, which has been really nice. Actually, I actually cleared it 2 days ago, and I ended up buying 10 buff freezers because it was my second time ever doing hard Lucid, and I only used one of them, so that was kind of a waste a waste of meso. But hey, at least I'm, you know, making sure I do my part for the team and making sure that I got my bus running at all times, and I'm always there to do the DPS. But yeah, I looked through the boss tabs and I'm like, damn, I really want to see what this boss is like. I think this is Gloom, and then there's Dark now. This is Dark now, I believe. And then Black Mage and Varus Hilla. So I want to hit 255 ideally, just so I could have an experience going into all these boss fights, because bossing has always been one of my favorite things to do in MapleStory, as I'm sure it is for many of you. And I just want to experience them, honestly. Like Will, I haven't fought him once yet, but at least I'm the level where I could go into a run. I'm just trying to get to 240 so I could be more useful for the party, and then do a struggle run, because that's how I like to roll, especially for the harder bosses. I like doing struggle runs. It's really fun. To be honest, I'd rather do struggle runs than get carried. That way you actually learn the run. You earn that final reward, and it's more fun. Like on my second main, he's just about strong enough to do CRA by himself. Oh, well, 3-door, not CVEL. And yeah, I love doing struggle runs on him, because it's just so satisfying when you get a group of 6, you know, like level 205s or something, and just like try and burst down all these CRA bosses. It really takes me back to when CRA just came out, and I got a group of my friends, and we went into CRA like back to back to back, like I don't know, maybe 25 times, just trying to clear it. So it brings me back to those days, albeit a lot easier these days. And yeah, it's just good fun. But I think I'll stop it there. The video's already hella long, and I feel like I haven't really said anything. I don't know. Perhaps what we'll do, I don't know if I should save Lotus for a separate video. I kind of just want to do it right now on video for you guys, but this video's too long already. So with that being said, guys, I am going to cut the video there. I just kind of want to share my general thoughts and experiences so far on Reboot. It's a lot tougher to play while talking. I feel like my thoughts got jumbled. I was probably repeating myself a lot, but hopefully you guys are, I don't know, are able to enjoy this video for some reason or another. Yeah, I've kind of been wanting to make MapleStory videos again. I don't know. I guess I got bit by the bug again. Who knows? As always, I'm not sure. Stick around if you'd like. Don't if you don't want to. I get it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be seeing you guys again soon. Till then, stay calm, maple on, and check out my boy Kumo. He'll give you some gains. Almost guaranteed. Ain't that right? Yeah, he said it's right. Alright, see you later, guys.